what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com. Today we're going to be looking at the best metaverse cryptocurrencies, which ones are the best coins out there. Now, of course, there are so many metaverse gaming NFT coins, but we're going to be looking at which ones I personally think have the best chance to succeed in the next year, and also looking at the long term, right? This video is really meant for the long term, actually. So we're going to be taking a look at the cryptos that have the best chance of that in this category. And actually, you know, some of these websites have made little baskets of these coins. Some of them call it, you know, top NFT coins or top play to earn coins. That's what I'm doing in this video, right? I'm really covering all these gaming metaverse coins. So we'll start off by taking a look already in this ranking, and I'll show you some other ones as well. But right before we get into that, I want you to take a look at this article right here, right? Banking giant JP Morgan sees $1 trillion value in metaverse. That is sort of the market cap that they're expecting. And here you can see a quote: "The metaverse will likely infiltrate every sector in some way in the coming years, with the market opportunity estimated at over 1 trillion in yearly revenues. As a result, we see companies of all shapes and sizes entering the metaverse in different ways, including household names like Walmart, etc." So as you can see, they're obviously seeing a huge amount of value in this space. And another thing that I wanted to point out is, if we look at, you know, the current rankings in terms of, you know, the market capitalization of these coins, we're looking at around 17 billion here for the play to earn metaverse coins. It's literally nothing, right? If we go up to, for example, the market cap of stable coins already, that's already a 10x. So I mean, this is so early and young in the industry that I have a hard time seeing how this is not gonna just move up by multitudes, really. So once again, we're looking at these metaverse play to earn coins. And also wanted to point out that if you look in the past 7 days, right, the beta tends to be quite high. So if the market moves up, these gaming coins really tend to move up more than the general market, right? Usually over 10% right here in the last 7 days. So that's pretty impressive as well, but to be expected. These coins are obviously volatile, so I will point that out, but that comes with also bigger rewards. Now, first off, right, one of the first coins that we have here is Decentraland. This is actually one of the first metaverse coins out there. It's been around for a very long time. It already has institutional backing. Big companies like Gucci have bought land in the Decentraland. So I am bullish on the mana token. I think this is going to be sort of a mainstay, one of the bigger ones, a AAA sort of metaverse coin. And for that reason, I'm quite bullish on it. For all these coins, I'll be doing a very quick technical analysis review. And by the way, please take a look at the playlist in the description of this video, where I'll post my cryptocurrency price predictions, because this is just going to be a quick overview, but depending on which coins, I have full dedicated videos for those coins with analysis and price prediction. So make sure to check that out in the description of this video. And of course, if you want to buy any of these coins, check out Binance. Now, looking at Decentraland here, what we can see is we are downtrending. However, we have started to attempt to break out of this right here. Now, we're not necessarily going to manage to get that breakout, right? Like I said, metaverse coins are actually pulling back quite a bit right now, but I actually like that because it's a much better deal to get in where we're at now than when we were back at the top, around $6 for Decentraland. And many of the metaverse coins, you know, were high flyers and fell from those higher valuations. So that doesn't mean that they're not going to return to those, right? They could easily return to those at any time. But right now, we're still in this crypto market pullback. And since the beta, like I said, right, the volatility of these metaverse coins is higher, they tend to also drop more than other coins if the market conditions are bad. But with that being said, you need to remember the value that's in these projects, right? I'm not the only one seeing this. One of the biggest banks in the world is also seeing this. And that's why I think getting in at these sort of discounts is a good move. In fact, if we look here at the price drop, we're at a 60% price drop right now on Decentraland for the all-time high. And I expect this to be quite similar amongst a lot of the coins in the metaverse space, right? 60% plus probably, right? Because Decentraland is one of the bigger ones. I believe some of these coins have even gone down more. That doesn't mean that they're bad projects, right? A lot of these are absolutely great projects. So like I said, we are also a little bit consolidating right now in this range with Decentraland. So that's this sort of tighter range between $2.20 and $3. However, if we move lower, we will be looking at a move down to $1.13 here. That's our major support level. Like I said, anywhere in this range, to be honest, I think it's a pretty good buy long term. That's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. Next up, we got the Sandbox. Now, this is one that it has held up decently well. It seems like considering the absolutely huge skyrocket that it had earlier this year, right? I'm sure the actual price drop, though, is pretty significant from the absolute all-time high. We're looking at around 63% here right now for the Sandbox. Now, also has a pretty steady downtrend, unfortunately. However, we have broken out of this, and we are kind of testing this again right now. So we have a lot of support right here in this area. Hopefully, of course, we don't go back into the downtrend, but it could happen, right? Like I said, if we see another market flush, we could go down to $1.23 for the Sandbox. So I'm not biased here. I want to give you all perspectives. Long term, I'm obviously extremely bullish on these coins. Just to give you a perspective, I've actually done price prediction video reviews, so make sure to check those out in the price predictions playlist in the description. But if we look at the market cap here, around 3.6 billion for Decentraland, 3.5 billion for Sandbox, I think these are easy 10x's, to be honest, long term. So expect, you know, around $35 billion in market cap for both of these. That's kind of where I see those two going. So I really expect those to be a big part of the metaverse going forward, right? We got Engine Coin. This one is a sort of also a AAA gaming coin. Not that much to talk about. Very Ethereum focused, has some pretty good integration. I believe it's also integrating with Polkadot, so this is one that should perform quite well. I'm not going to go into a detailed technical analysis. You can see we're in a bit of a consolidation here. I expect this to stay around these levels for a bit of time, and then to move back up again. This one could probably easily get to 5 billion plus in the next year or two, right? If we do see a move back up on the metaverse coin space. Now, one of them that's really interesting is Render Token. This one actually has quite a lot of hype behind it. And also, if you look at the ranking here in the last 7 days, this one actually performed better than the top 4 here. So this one has some steam behind it, and for good reason. Brief introduction to this coin for those who don't know. It's a distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. The resources for GPUs are scarce, and there's a lot of people and institutions that require it. So this could be a huge play in this space, right? We've seen the rise in stocks like Nvidia, and now we're kind of combining that with the blockchain and the cloud computing space, and there's really no telling how high this could go. It's currently at a $600 million market cap, but I think, you know, also kind of a 10 to 20x actually on this one is fairly feasible in the next 5 years or so. So, you know, around 6 billion would be the 10x, and of course 12 billion plus would be 20x plus. And I could easily see that happening in the next 5 to 10 years for this token. I think this one is probably a really good long-term hold. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at the chart here, see how some of these smaller coins have performed. And if we look, the price drop has been, you know, pretty big, 66%. But once again, right, that will come with also a lot of upside potential after a drop like that. So right now we're in this tiny range here. I actually expect this to probably remain in this range for now. Don't really see it going lower for now. And however, right, if we do break above $3.13, we're looking at a 150 plus move just to get back to the all-time high. So really impressive there for a crypto token like that, right? That's why you can't ever underestimate these type of coins. Now, keep going down through the list. We got Alluvium. This one is also a pretty big popular one. One of the ones that I'm the most bullish on is Defi Kingdoms, the Jewel token. This is a very, very successful decentralized finance game, right? Play to earn game on Harmony One, and they're also expanding to other blockchains like Avalanche, etc. You can already see just by the website that this is a pretty, you know, serious project. This looks like sort of a AAA game that you would expect to see made by a major company, and you know, they are the biggest decentralized application on Harmony One. So this is just the start of this game, and it looks like it could sort of be like a World of Warcraft type community and fan base. So I'm extremely bullish on on the DeFi Kingdoms token. I think once again we're looking at a 10x here, so back around to $50 or so. And actually, if we look at the token, this token has had some previous massive success, right? You can see that before the market drop, we were actually at $21. Then we got this big pullback, and once again, this is actually a token that's being used right now as we speak. This is not, you know, something that has yet to be tested or anything. This is fully, you know, live, so to say, and it has been live as well. So if we look at the actual price performance here, let's see if I can get a good updated chart on this. Could be a bit hard, but basically, you know, this one saw around a 75% drop from the high, unfortunately, and this could mean once again a move back up would be pretty significant for those reasons. And I just want to go over and show you here that, you know, just getting back to that $20 level is already a 4x from where we are now, actually over a 4x. And that's why I'm saying that this coin getting into the 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 billion dollar market cap range, we're talking 10, 20, 30x, is absolutely possible for a game that has such a vast size. And once again, you can see that this coin is actually an outperformer in the metaverse space, going up over 20% in the last 7 days alone. That's about double the average here, it seems like. So a lot of power behind this, and that's being reflected in the actual price increases when we're getting those bounces. Guild Games is a good one. Pretty interesting kind of project. Imagine this is a sort of venture fund in the metaverse space. However, unfortunately, the price performance hasn't been great, so I'm kind of waiting to see this one improve in terms of performance before really calling it a strong enough buy. But the fundamentals are definitely there, so I'm not hating on it. I think that the idea behind it is absolutely great. Vulcan Forged, this one is pretty interesting. This is sort of a game development company, blockchain play to earn. We've had a lot of hype a few months back and has unfortunately fallen a bit, but this is one that I think could pretty easily get back to its all-time high and then some. There's a lot of big names in the space and institutions that are also behind this coin. So right now, if we're looking at this sort of performance here, you know, you can see since it was listed on Binance, dropped a lot. In fact, if we go ahead and draw this out, you know, we're talking an 80% drop here. It also, there was a hack in the ecosystem. Now it has found a bit of a bottom, it seems like, around $8. So, you know, as long as we don't move below that, we stay steady, we'll start to see a sort of U-shaped recovery probably. And like I said, this is actually a very nice opportunity, 5x, just to get back to the all-time high. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there for a coin like Vulcan Forged. These are all my favorite coins in the space, by the way. Remark, this one also pretty interesting. This is sort of targeting advertising in the metaverse, could be absolutely huge. We're looking at a $63 all-time high, currently at $13. So once again, this is a very similar story to Pyre. So this can be expected to show some pretty similar performance, right? We got the bottoming out here around $12 for Remark, and once again, what seems like could really happen is some sort of U-shaped formation here amongst the metaverse space. And like I said, right, when these coins fly, they really do fly. You can see back here how fast that increase was. So they will really take off as soon as the hype comes back. And, you know, there's a lot of reason for hype in this space. I know it may seem a little bit extreme sometimes, but keep in mind, you know, even I was a bit of a doubter of the whole metaverse space, and I missed out on humongous gains by being so stubborn in not looking into it more. And that's exactly why I'm making this video for all of you now. Like I said, not financial advice, just my own personal opinion. I will mention Star Atlas. This is a coin that really got hit hard during the drop. You can see back down to 2 cents, 2.5 cents. This is a coin that was 20 cents during the sort of metaverse hype, and definitely got hit very hard. However, I think this could be worth it because it's a pretty expansive project. It's on Solana, so it's a little bit of diversification there, and the whole game itself looks pretty cool. So for that reason, I think it is probably not a bad idea to pick up some of this at such low prices, just because if it does go back to 20 cents plus, it's already a 10x, right? And this is something that if this metaverse gets fully launched and successful, we could be looking at $1 billion plus market cap. That would be well over a, you know, 20, 30, 40x there if we get that. So a lot of opportunity there for a coin like Star Atlas. Bit of a riskier play, but once again, one that has a community behind it. So for that reason, we can't overlook it. And there's a ton of Metaverse coins. So if I don't mention your coin in here, don't be upset. You know, it's not necessarily that it's bad. It's just that there's so many of these Metaverse coins that I can just pick, you know, the ones I know the best and the ones that I'm bullish on. But make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below if there's any coins that you think are really going to skyrocket in this Metaverse space. Absolutely leave those comments below. We got Gala Games. Gala Games is one that actually is listed on many exchanges and saw a huge increase in price. Has fallen a decent amount from that, but we're now seeing a lot of support come in around this 20-cent area. So if we go ahead and look at this chart once again here, we're going to draw out the percentage drop around 70% from where we're at now. And obviously, right, keep in mind, whenever I'm drawing out these price drops, you have to keep in mind how much of an increase it is back to the all-time high. So here for Gala Games, 257%. I've seen this one kind of described as the EA games of the play-to-earn blockchain space. So, you know, EA is obviously has tens of $billions in market cap. This is only at 1.7 billion. So once again, 10, 20x here, absolutely possible long-term for something like Gala Games. Just back to the all-time high is 257%. So absolutely needs to be mentioned. This is also one that is a sort of AAA, you know, token in the blockchain metaverse space. Now, let me go ahead and close some of these tabs here. I also wanted to point out Veracity, VRA token. This is one of the tokens that is focusing on sort of the streaming space behind gaming. So Twitch competitor, really nice website. These ones are slowly but surely, you know, becoming more and more of a big name in the space. And this is really just the beginning here. Their token has also got quite a bit of hype behind it. You can see here peaked out around 8 cents, now currently sitting at 2 cents. So if we go ahead and look at that price chart there, what you'll see is, once again, a bottoming out. However, the thing that is potentially a nice benefit with a coin like VRA is it is still within its traditional pattern. In fact, we still have an uptrend that is being held here for VRA. And really, this is nothing new amongst the price movement of VRA, right? We can see it got an initial pump, move back down, another pump, move back down, another pump, move back down, right? This was a big drop, but we could really see us go back again towards the highs here. And like I said, there's only one other big competitor right now that's being successful, Theta Fuel, in this space. So I think Veracity could really also be one of the mainstays. I think $1 billion plus 10x here is pretty feasible for Veracity in the next 3 to 5 years. So very bullish on that, and I like the fact that it's still holding this uptrend, right? That's a big selling point for me. If we do end up losing this, you know, this trend line, we could sink lower, but right now it's holding up. In terms of support levels, we'd be looking at back towards the previous low here, or just a tad bit lower, and that would be about the expanded drop, right? Most of the pullback, I think, is already in at this point at 75% drop. So and finally, last coin that I'm going to mention, saving the best for last year, you could say, Ultra. This is a coin that I think could be a absolute unicorn in terms of metaverse coins and NFT everything, right? Ultra is the first entertainment platform providing a variety of game industry services. We're talking live streaming, discovering, buying, playing games, and more, right? Interacting with influencers, tournaments. It is sort of trying to be the the Steam, for those who know Steam, the Steam of blockchain and crypto, right? And of course, they're combining other aspects of gaming within this. Now, this is also something that's already being used as we speak. They already have games running on their platform, etc. And also, another big selling point with this one is this is a coin that's actually held up. You can see, right, went up, went down, but overall it's actually been pretty flat despite a pretty substantial market drop here in the crypto space. And that is very impressive for a smaller coin like this, right? 300 million in market cap. This could literally be a 100x coin long term. You know, I could see this becoming 30 billion and being one of the biggest coins in the metaverse space. So no real telling, you know, how high it could go, but I think this one does have 100x potential. And if it gets to 10 billion, you know, 20 billion, we're still looking at 30 or 60 x's there. So that's, you know, 3,000 6,000% gains potential, and that is, you know, literally could make you rich. So I think I'm probably going to buy some ultra actually on this dip. And once again, not financial advice, so do your own research, but I'm just sharing my own personal opinion of these coins. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the actual crypto behind this, see how it's been performing actually. And if we take a look here, once again, one of the fewer cryptos that has actually sustained an uptrend right here. And we've got, you know, this more longer term uptrend, a little bit less steep, and then we've got even the steeper uptrend that's still holding very well, right? You've seen how a lot of these coins were right around their support levels, like over here. Well, this coin is actually still almost in a bit of a hyperbolic expansion mode right now, right? We're still kind of in this pattern over here for ultra now. Could we pull back, you know, go a bit lower? It's possible. We have massive support at around 80 cents, so we could go back down there, but to be honest, I don't see this happening since it's actually already sustained and stayed range bound during this price dip. I think this is gonna hold, and now we've even put in quite a bit of support in this area as well. So I think that yes, we may consolidate a little bit longer, but overall this uptrend is going to hold, and we're going to move higher from here, right? So this steeper uptrend line is really the support level that I'm looking at, and I think this is going to hold, and for that reason I think this is still a huge buy. I don't think it has much more downside, and even compared to the all-time high, right, this is actually one of the coins that dropped less. Now keep in mind that's because buyers came in and bought the dip, dropped out at the most around 70%, but buyers have come in and actually bought that up. We have seen that wasn't the case for even some of the bigger cryptocurrencies out there, right? This has outperformed things like Sandbox and Decentraland, which are mega big market cap coins in the metaverse space, and yet this one performed better. So buyers are seeing the value in that and not letting it fall as much. Very bullish on ultra, saving the best for last year. Absolutely love this coin. Thinking about getting some myself. And actually, how could I forget apecoin? Apecoin is one of the newest ones, so very fresh. I have a price prediction video on this one. Glad I remembered this coin and saw the tab there. So this coin is actually, you know, a crypto that is literally basically a week old or less. Very, very new. If you watch my price prediction video, I think this one could do amazing. The team behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs is behind it. So I think this one is going to stay a pretty big market cap coin. Currently at around $10. I could see this going to 50 or even 50 or even $100 long term. And you know, that would mean 10 or 20x here on a pretty mainstay coin. I would consider this also AAA with some of the bigger names out there. However, it's not yet seen fully that recognition like Decentraland and Sandbox, but I believe this is probably going to be a top 5 coin long term in the metaverse space. So also very bullish on apecoin. Glad I didn't forget to mention it. Once again, you can go and check out my Twitter. I actually posted about metaverse coins a few days ago, so make sure to follow me on Gear to get early information and market insights for cryptos and stocks. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe and have a great day. I'll see you next time.